everyone, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so for today's video, I am going to be doing the 30 facts about me tag. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. 30 things about me. I don't know. Anyway, I was tagged for this tag, I guess, by Jaisa from Blessed with Blue. I will go ahead and leave a link to her channel down in the description box. You will love her channel. She is a really sweet person. She has great content, a lot of budgeting, grocery hauls, clothing hauls. She has information on pretty much almost anything really life and motherhood related. She has an awesome channel, so definitely go check her out. And she is personally a really good friend of mine also. So that is another reason why I am promoting that you guys should go check her out. So, okay, let's get started with this video. Okay, so the first one is I love food. Yes, I love food. I like trying new things. I love sushi. I like some Indian food. I don't have anything specific, but I just love food. Like, yeah, I just love food. Okay, so number 2, which kind of goes hand in hand with that, is my favorite treat is an iced coffee and a chocolate glazed donut. I like caramel macchiatos from like Starbucks. I also like, I've been really liking the iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts with sweet hazelnut and cream. Yeah, I know it's really fattening, but I love it. If you guys have any suggestions for any good iced coffee drink mixtures, please leave them in the comments down below because I love to try new ones too. So okay, then my next thing is I've always been afraid of needles, but after my son was born, I'm definitely more tolerant of needles, but I don't look when they're gonna take my blood. So then to go with that, you'd be surprised, but I actually have a tattoo. Yeah, even though I've always been afraid of needles, I've always loved tattoos, and so when I was 23, I went ahead and got one. And I will show you guys right now my tattoo. Here it is. It's a dragonfly. Okay, so that is that. Then number 5 is I love to travel. So fun fact here, this is not necessarily just to do with me, but my husband and I, we actually don't do gifts for like anniversaries or birthdays or anything like that. What we do is we actually plan trips to places. So like one year we went to Niagara Falls to Canada and we did all of that. Another year we went to Europe and we did a little bit of like backpacking, I guess you could say, through Europe, and we went to, not through Europe, but through a couple of countries in Europe. So we went to Germany, France, Spain, and Italy. And we stayed in like different people's houses like that were family or friends that we knew, and we kind of just like walked around. Another year we went to Ecuador, where my husband is from. Another year we went to Peru, where my half of the family is from, my mom's side. Let's see, we've also traveled like from New Jersey down to Florida, and we stopped in different states along the way. We've gone to Nevada and to, what was it? Nevada and Arizona, I think. Nevada and, no, yeah, something like that. Yeah, okay, anyway, so yeah, we've done that. So there we went to like the Grand Canyon and we were in Las Vegas, and then I think that's about all the trips that we've done so far. And then we have a few trips planned for this summer also, which I'm so excited for. So that is what we do. We don't do gifts. Instead, we save that money that we would have kind of bought for gifts and we do a memory together. So like we go on a trip. Okay, then the next thing is number 6. As much as I love social media, I'm actually not a fan of sharing my personal trips or like personal feelings about a loved one on social media too much. Like I think I've done it maybe 2 times. I've never shared a trip though, never shared a trip that I've gone on social media. And I think I've only done it like a happy anniversary to my husband like once, maybe twice, and that's about it. Like I'm not into doing that. Like I've gone to try and do it and then I'm like, this doesn't sound right. I'm just gonna take it down. I'm not really sure why, just not my thing. But I like seeing other people's. Is that weird? Okay, number 7 is I have a hard time expressing myself in words. Like it's even worse when I write it down on paper, like doing papers and like that kind of thing. I have a hard time doing that kind of thing. I don't know why. And sometimes it's even worse when I'm doing these videos. Like, can you guys understand when I'm telling you things? I don't know. Okay. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my perception. Definitely though, I know papers, I'm not good at expressing myself. But I admire people who know how to write. Like, I think it's like such an awesome gift, and I wish that were me. Okay, next. Number 8 is I actually eloped when I was 19. So yes, I got married at 19. I think I've mentioned that. I don't know if I've mentioned it in a video, but I actually eloped. So I don't recommend it. So there's a lot of consequences. I don't regret it, definitely not, because I got my great husband from it, but there's a lot involved. If you guys want to see a video on that story, let me know in the comments down below. There's definitely a lot in that, yeah. Okay, number 9, I always wanted to be a mom. Like, my dream was always to be a mom before I had, like, decided on, like, a career or anything like that. Like, I knew always, since I was a little girl, that I wanted to be a mom. Okay, number 10. I never thought about my fairy tale wedding or about marriage at all, surprisingly. Like, even though I knew I wanted to be a mom, I think it's because maybe my mom was a single parent and my dad hasn't been around since I was 3, so I guess I could add that as number 11. I haven't seen my dad since I was 3, and so I just never thought about a fairy tale wedding. Never thought about planning a wedding, never dreamed about what my dress will look like, where I'll get married, none of that. That was never me. Up until the day I got married, I still didn't even really know how I was gonna have my whole wedding, but I ended up planning it and it came out beautiful. But I had a lot of help from my mom because I had no direction, like, as far as how I was gonna be and anything like that. Okay, number 11. But I always thought about being in love. I was obsessed with being in love as a kid. Like, isn't that weird? Like, I didn't think about marriage, but I knew that I wanted to be in love, like, and be in a relationship. I don't know. It's really strange. But yes, I was obsessed with being in love. For me, like, during the time that my husband and I were boyfriend and girlfriend, we had a very, like, romantic, I guess, for as romantic as a relationship can be as a teenager. I was 16, so 16, 17, and 18, and then we got married when I was 19. So for me, that was romantic. I did like this whole little book dedication for our 1-year anniversary, and it has a whole bunch of love notes and all of our cards and everything that, you know, we wrote to each other back and forth, and pictures, and it's such a nice memory to look back on now, so I'm so happy that I made it. But yes, I was obsessed with being in love. Okay, number 13, because that was 11, no, that was 12, so this is 13. I talk to my mom literally almost every single day. Like, the only times that we don't talk as much, if not at all, is during the weekend, because I'm usually pretty busy with, like, my husband and that kind of thing. But, sorry, I had to move, my leg was getting tired. Okay, yeah, so I talk to my mom almost literally every day. Number 14 is I am terrible at home decor. Like, if you see my house, you probably already noticed, but I am not that good at home decor. Like, we really like very simple lifestyle, and I'm almost happy that we did it that way, because otherwise we would have been lifting a lot of things off of the shelves and stuff with my son. So yeah, we don't really like to keep a lot of stuff around, like not on our walls, not anywhere really in the house. We just like it very simple, very plain. I don't know if that's boring to some people. I want to spice it up a little bit by adding like some more pictures, and I've been doing that, especially after our son was born. I've been doing that a lot more, is doing a lot of more picture frames and that kind of thing. But nothing more than that, I think. I'm not sure. Guess we'll see. We'll see how things change. 15. I have always wanted to have 3 kids, because when I was a kid, it was always my brother and I, And then my best friend at the time, who I grew up with, she would always come over and it would just be so much more fun. So I've just always thought that having 3 kids must be so much more fun than only having 2. Now, obviously, I was not thinking about how much work it was as a parent. And so I'm not sure still if I still want 3 or if I only want 2, or who knows where life will lead. But that is the reason why I've always wanted 3. Okay, number 17 is I wanted to be a veterinarian or a teacher growing up. I almost made it to be a teacher. I was 1 semester away from becoming a teacher. But veterinarian, I got turned off one day when we took my dog to the vets and they had to pop a pimple. No, it was like a cyst almost that was like on her back. It was like really gross. And I saw that and I was like, I am not becoming a veterinarian. This is just too disgusting for me. I can't do it. So yeah. Okay, number 18. I played the violin for 3 years and a little of the piano, but sorry, my son's taking a drink here. Okay, but I am not, what do I call it? I'm just not able to stick with something for long enough to actually learn to play it like an expert. Although I feel like I do have the talent to do it, but yeah, I just don't have the patience to stick around to actually learn it. Okay, number 19 is I love cleaning. Like, I love the action of cleaning, and I love having a clean house. Yeah, that's my son for you. Yeah, so I love cleaning and I love having a clean house. I'm just gonna keep going because he's just gonna keep doing this. Right? Right. Okay. Number 20 is I hate scary movies. Like, the weird thing is that I used to love scary movies growing up. And then I started reading CNN and I realized how a lot of the scary movies actually happen in real life. And my mom always told me like, oh, it's just a scary movie, like it's not real. And so I got older, Mom, and I saw that's not true. She doesn't even watch my videos, so I don't even know why I said Mom, but yeah, she told me that scary movies were not real and so I shouldn't be scared. And now a lot of these scary movies are real. They happen. Read CNN. It's really scary. Okay. My favorite color growing up used to be pink. Like, I was obsessed with pink. Everything was pink. I loved the color pink. Now, though, my favorite color is, I don't have one. I don't have a favorite color. Is that weird? Don't have a favorite color. Okay, my next thing is I hate clipping my fingernails. Like, it literally feels gross for me to clip my fingernails, and I'm not really sure why. Like, it started, I didn't used to always have that feeling, but when I cut them now, it's like I just hate the feeling of cutting my fingernails. It's really weird. If I don't like eat on time or sleep a good amount of time, I am like the worst person to be around. Like, I get really mad, I get really bad headaches, and I'm just not a good person to be around when I am hangry. Is that what they call it? When you're hungry and you're angry, hangry? And when I'm, well, what is it when you're tired then and you're angry? Is it tangry? No, that can't be right. Okay, anyway, you get my point here. Then another one actually is that get ready for this, ladies, I don't like chocolate. I know, weird. I don't like chocolates because chocolate does not like me, okay? Chocolate gives me a migraine. I can eat certain things that are chocolate, weirdly enough though. So I like chocolate glazed donuts. Anything bakery related I can eat. So I can have a brownie. I can eat chocolate cake. I can eat chocolate donuts, but I cannot have like straight up chocolate, like chocolate pieces, because it gives me a migraine and I don't know why, but yes, that's what happens to me with chocolate. And so I don't like chocolate. So when I eat like chocolate candy, I like kind of have to prepare myself mentally. and I just don't even like the flavor that much anymore because I guess of that situation. So I am not a planner. I try to be though. I really try to be a planner, but it is just not in me to be a routine or planning type of person. I used to be really, really timid as a child, like really shy. Like anytime that I would have to do like presentations in class, oh my gosh, that was the worst thing that could happen in my life. Hey. I would start sweating like really bad. I would start sweating. I would get really nervous, and I just did not want to go up and talk in front of everybody. And that happened to me actually well into my adult years. Only recently have I finally been a little bit more comfortable with doing that. But even still, sometimes I still get nervous. Another fact about me is that my face gets red when, not necessarily when I get embarrassed about things. Like sometimes I am embarrassed and sometimes I'm not, which kind of sucks because then when I'm not really embarrassed, people think that I'm embarrassed because my face is getting red, and then that leads people to go like, oh, you're embarrassed, and I'm like, no, I'm not embarrassed, but I don't know why my face is getting red. And now since they just said that my face is getting red and they think that I'm embarrassed, then my face gets even more red, and that's so annoying. Even though I don't cook because my mother-in-law cooks, I can actually cook. I can most of the time. Yeah. I learned to cook with my mother-in-law, really, because my mom didn't really cook. So, yes, so I can cook. I don't necessarily like cooking, though, because it takes a lot of time. But I can do it if I need to. Like, I've made chicken parmesan. I've made New England clam chowder. I've made, does pancakes count? I'm just kidding. I have made pancakes. And, like, a few other dishes. I can follow a recipe, so... Like, I don't invent stuff, that's for sure. I'm not like, you know, Emerald or anything like that. Is that old school saying Emerald? I love friendships. I really treasure my friendships. I love seeing how my friends are doing. I really like talking to people about things and reflecting on life and stuff with my friends. And I really hold my friendships near and dear to my heart. So I always knew I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, I always knew I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I think because, like, I didn't have that. Even though my mom was a really good parent, I always wanted her to be home with us more. And so I just knew that when I had my kids that I was going to be home with my child. Because I didn't want them to ever feel that way, and I just always wanted to be that PTA mom and that mom that's always involved in everything and the baking mom and all of that. I don't know if I'll ever be all of those things, but I definitely wanted to stay home and be with my child and children, or children, whatever, however it's gonna happen. And yeah. So yeah, those are the 30 facts about me tag, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if this ends up being really long. I hope that you guys stuck around for everything. But if you didn't, I would totally understand because this video was kind of long. So yeah, I'm going to try to trim it down a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to get going. And I hope that you guys subscribe down below and give this video a thumbs up if you like what you found out about me. And I'll talk to you guys in another video. Bye!